Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talking About Talking. I'm Dennis Becker. This is my colleague Lori Schloff. We're with the Speech Improvement Company, America's oldest speech coaching firm. And today we're talking about what everybody's talking about. I mean, it seems
Absolutely.
everybody's talking about this
It's
Gates, Crowley, Obama, race, police attitude
right.
issue.
They say the three P's: police,
Police,
right? Um, professor,
professor,
and president.
and president. Yeah, they're all of them are involved. And now there's the lady who made the 9/11 call. You all know what we're talking about, I'm sure. What's your take on this? Now, is this see everything we talk about, as you know,
Yeah.
is from a communication perspective. We're speech coaches, from a professional speech coach's perspective.
hmm
Uh, who should be saying or doing what? Do you think here in all of this?
Well, the buzz and the very important, very deep issue that people are talking about is race. But I guess as a communication coach, I see it as two very intelligent people, two experts in their field, failing a communication test.
Mm. Mm.
Now, let's cut everybody some slack in that Gates. I do feel for him because I know how I feel after I come home from a 4-hour trip, never
Well,
mind
yeah.
a 12-hour
Right,
trip.
right. At least 12. He's coming from China. It's probably close to 20 hours, I would imagine.
Right. I have empathy for the guy. He couldn't get in his house.
Mm.
He's coming back from a trip.
Mm.
He obviously has some issues physically. I don't know quite what they are. And then all of a sudden, he's confronted with the police
Yeah, yeah,
who want to see his ID.
yeah.
All right. He should have kept his cool.
What do you mean kept his cool? How?
Well, I think there's even a better source than me on this because I heard recently from someone who has spent his lifetime responding to racial confrontations, and that of all people is General Colin Powell.
Ah, yes.
And
of course.
he said the way to react, and I feel all of us should take his instructions, is be cool in the moment. Don't react in the moment. If you have complaints about how you're treated, handle it later. He especially emphasized, and he feels that children should be taught, I'd like you to weigh on this, when you're dealing with an authority figure, just go along for the moment, or else your life could change overnight.
Yeah. It seems to me from a coaching perspective that both of these guys,
Yeah,
Gates and Crowley, both made a mistake.
I agree.
They both should have just. We are? That's unusual. That's incredible, right, in itself. But they both should have, in a sense, walked away from this, I think. I can understand the emotion on both parts. It seems like Gates overreacted by following the officer out onto the sidewalk on his porch or whatever, saying whatever, blackmail. He's the one who named the word
he was
black
going strong.
He was pretty well into it,
going
from what I
strong.
understand. Crowley, on the other hand, was, I'm sure, in front of, because I understand there were other police officers there. It's an ego issue. He's in front of his colleagues. It's this guy sort of calling him out
This is
on
what
the
I wanted
sidewalk.
to ask you in terms of male-female. Women often, with confrontation, want to back away. I almost am hearing like these guys got each other hooked.
Yeah, you are absolutely hooked. I mean, they got each other hooked, and both of them. See, guys are really different.
This is different.
You guys know this. Men get hooked very quickly, easily. Have you ever known, just as a female now, have you ever been walking down the street, see somebody look at you, and want to start a fight with them?
I don't even know what you're talking about. It sounds ridiculous.
Guys, you know what I'm talking about.
I might want to avoid someone for some reason because I'm scared.
No. Okay.
See, we avoid.
Yeah, but see, now guys, you could be, it's not walking down the street, you could be in a party or whatever.
Why?
A guy looks at you, and here's what happens. Like this. What are you looking at? Right?
Based on a look.
Based on a look, you get a confrontation.
Unbelievable.
So and it's that simple with men. Here you have two highly accomplished guys.
Yeah.
Both of them, in a sense, being called out in front of someone else, and both of them allowed their ego to come up about and say stupid things. I mean, there's that word "stupid" that came in. It wasn't the police who were stupid; they were both stupid, in my view.
Right. Now, it's interesting because Crowley's behavior was more his actions and exercising his authority. But boy, he could have really done a lot to Gates's life if the charges weren't dropped. In Gates's case, it was words that he used as power. But this is very instructional. I have many female clients who want to work on becoming sort of stronger in a confrontation. And let's face it, and I know you've worked with plenty of males who just have to cool down.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think if there's a teaching moment, a learning moment in all of this, and we'll see if President Obama can draw that out, the learning moment is, as you said, keep your cool, take a step back, count to 10, whatever you have to do before you instantly react. This is particularly true for men. You won't get into the kind of problems and that these guys are in.
Watch
anyway,
out.
That's what everybody else is talking about, and that's what we're talking about today. We'll be back with you next time. Until then, this is Dennis Becker
and
Lori Schlaff saying thanks for listening and bye for now.
I wanted to give SOS, stop observing.